is how many sets you're doing per week. Now, traditionally, it's been recommended for 5 to 15 reps per set, with the lower end targeting
Construction
middle
complete.
hypertrophy,
Building.
and the higher end endurance and calorie burning.
Construction complete.
Recent
Building.
studies show that muscle growth
Unit
is
ready.
similar both at the low
Unit
and
ready.
the high rep ranges, as
Unit
long as
ready.
the effort is the same.
Unit ready.
Meaning you still need to get close to
Training.
failure no matter how
Unit
many
ready.
reps you're doing. Good in theory,
Unit
here's why I
ready.
don't train at the higher reps.
Unit ready.
The higher your reps, the harder it
Unit
is to
ready.
know if you're really pushing
Unit
yourself
ready.
and getting to those
Construction
optimal reps in
complete.
reserve. I can
Building.
pretty easily tell I'm
Training.
close to failure
Unit
when I'm struggling
ready.
through my 6th rep doing
Unit
barbell
ready.
squats. But 30 of them at
Unit
a lower
ready.
weight, not only does it just suck to grind those out, but it's just way harder to tell that you're at 1 to 3 reps in reserve and you're doing that
Training.
many. So think of
Unit
rep ranges
ready.
like a volume dial on a stereo.
Unit ready.
Low reps are loud, heavy
Unit
beats,
ready.
you hear it fast. Higher reps are
Construction
like
complete.
softer volume.
New
You've got to
construction
turn the dial
options.
way
Building.
up to get the same impact. But no matter what rep range you're in, you've got to crank the dial on your max to light up the muscle fibers that actually work. If you stop too early, the music's too quiet, your body doesn't hear the signal. It doesn't adapt. That's why I tell my clients to always
Unit
stick to
ready.
the 6 to 15 rep range. Enough reps to build volume, but not so many that you lose track of effort. For heavy compound
Construction
lifts,
complete.
stay on the lower end of
Insufficient
5
funds.
to 10 reps. And for isolation lifts, you can go higher, like 10 to 15 reps, since they're safer and easier to recover from generally. Now let's talk about volume. This is where a second analogy helps. Think of each muscle
Building.
group like a bucket. To
Waiting
grow,
orders.
you're
You
going
got
to
it.
fill
Ready.
that bucket
Sir,
with
got it.
enough hard,
Moving out.
effective sets week after week. But the size of your bucket, that depends on your level of experience. Beginners have
Unit
smaller
ready.
buckets, so 5 to 10
Cannot
sets per
deploy
week is
here.
plenty.
Building.
Intermediate lifters need more like 10 to 20 sets.
Unit lost.
The
New
biggest
construction options. Building.
5 seconds
Sir, orders.
progressing. This is for big
Sir,
compound lifts
you got
like
it.
bench, squat, and deadlift. For
Waiting orders
isolation
now.
lifts, you don't
Waiting
need it.
orders.
Aim for
Unit
3 to 10
ready.
sets
Sir,
per week per muscle group,
you got it.
depending on your goals.
Sir,
And remember,
moving
only count the sets that you push closer.
Construction
Warm-up
complete.
sets don't
Unit
kill it.
ready.
So now
Building.
you know
Waiting
how many
orders.
reps
Waiting
to do,
orders. Yes,
how many
sir.
sets to aim for.
Sir,
Next step
orders.
is
Yes, sir.
choosing the right
Moving out.
exercises. First off,
got it.
let's define compound
ready.
versus
Yes,
sir.
isolation
Orders.
exercises.
You're waiting
Compound
orders.
movements are
You got
movements
it. Yes, sir.
across
Out,
multiple
got it.
joints,
You got
like
it.
squats,
Out,
deadlifts, and bench press. Isolation lifts, on the other
Training.
hand, are exercises across
Unit
single
ready.
muscle groups and can fill in any weak points.
Unit
These
ready.
are like
Orders
bicep
received.
Unit
curls,
ready.
tricep extensions, lateral raises,
Ready.
calf raises.
Unit ready.
Think of your
Over now, on
physique
my way.
like a building under construction.
Unit ready.
Compound lifts are like your steel beams and concrete foundation.
Training.
Isolation lifts are like
Unit,
the
yes, sir.
trim, the
On my
lighting.
way.
Unit
Compound
ready.
lifts build the mass.
Unit
Isolation
ready.
lifts
Unit
Yes,
most
ready.
people make is that they
Got it.
treat isolation
Unit
lifts.
ready.
Out and clear.
Here's how to use isolation.
Unit lost.
Maximum about 20%
Training.
of
Orders
the
received.
sets.
Orders
Use them
received.
to target
Unit ready.
strengthening
Waiting orders.
muscles. And if you're
Unit
short on
ready.
time,
Got it. Yes,
just
sir.
skip them.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Infantry report. Yes, sir. On my way.
The foundation of your physique. For example, I do more lateral
Building.
raises than most.
On my way. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Sir.
Isolation lifts are
Complete.
useful. Now that you know,
Unit ready.
Got it.
Construction complete.
I'm on it. As good as I'm on it. Unit reporting.
another way around.
Waiting orders. No problem. I'll take heavy fire.
Unit lost.
Waiting on my way. Over and out.
Unit lost.
Waiting orders. I'm on it. Heavy fire.
Unit lost. Construction complete. Building.
Out and clear. Yes, sir. Good as.
Unit lost.
Out and clear.
Base under
Out and
attack.
clear.
Effort,
I'm taking heavy fire.
Unit ready.
Ready? Yes. On my way.
Unit lost.
I'm waiting orders.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Out and clear. I'm on it. Orders received. Coming out. Out and clear. I'm on it.
Clear. Building.
if you can only work
Training.
out twice a week, body workout
Construction
6 days.
complete.
Want to work out 3 times a week? Try a
Unit
hybrid.
ready.
Upper lower than a full body. 6 times a week.
Unit
Push
ready.
twice. Variations that will build your speed
Unit lost.
or schedule,
Unit ready.
not the other way around. We'll get into sample splits for each schedule, but first, what if you miss a day? It's not the end of the world, just don't miss 2. Missing one workout isn't the problem. It's when that one turns into two. It's like knocking over the first domino. You miss Monday, then Tuesday's chaotic, so you miss that one. And before you know it, you hit Friday, and you haven't worked out all week. James Clear calls this the don't miss twice rule. Miss one workout? That's all right. Reset and move forward. Miss two in a row? That's the start of a new bad habit that you don't want. Consistency is built by catching the fall fast. Now let's get into those sample splits and how to apply everything we've just covered in real life. Let's say you're slammed with work, travel, family, just life, but you still want to train. This next plan is built exactly for that. If you only have time to train twice a week, this plan gives you results with minimal time. Each session takes about an hour, but you only need 2 total per week. This is the 2-day full body split. Here are the 3 keys to this plan. Day 1, focus on heavier compound lifts with lower reps, higher weight. Day 2, focus on volume and isolation work, utilizing higher reps and lighter weight. And lastly, be sure to separate the workouts by about 2 to 3 rest days to allow for enough recovery. Here's the sample plan on screen. This is the highest efficiency plan I use with my clients. If you can give me 2 quality sessions a week, you'll grow. But if you've got 6 days a week to train and you want more flexibility, let's